Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. We are here to share 3 looks, or I am here to share 3 looks with you using the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. I know that this is not a new palette. This has actually been discontinued. It's not a palette you can get your hands on anymore, but I was able to pick this up during the Sephora VIB sale. I was super excited to try it out. This is one of the full-size Natasha Denona palettes, so I was super happy to get it on sale, but I'm really into neutrals and greens and golds, so I thought that I would play with it today for you. Now, before we actually get into this video, you can just skip right to the looks if you want, if that's what you're here for, but I did want to touch on something because this is the first video that I am filming post Vlogmas. And my style of Vlogmas was the 12 days of makeup. So I started off thinking that every other day from December 1st to December 23rd, I was going to upload a video and they would all revolve around the number 12. That was my plan. That was what I did last year. And if you are not new here, if you've been around, if you've been following my 12 days of makeup, you know that I was unsuccessful. We started off well, and then I am a full-time teacher, so teaching got in the way. I do have a toddler at home, so I can only film on the weekends and when she's napping, and just life happened. I had a little bit of health issues, so some curveballs were thrown in the way. So this is my first time, actually in 2 weeks, even wearing makeup, but also filming. I have not filmed in a couple weeks. I had videos already pre-filmed, so I was able to edit and get those up, but this is my first time sitting down, filming, sharing some makeup with you. I did already film these 3 makeup looks like back in November actually, before, well, and maybe a couple might have been during the Vlogmas, but I intended to do 5 looks and upload this on Christmas. So if I'm talking about that in my 3 looks, that's where this is stemming from, but I'm not going to get any more looks. I didn't film this look here, but I'm sure there's probably something similar because I did use this palette. And also on my lips, I do have just like a neutral lip liner. It was like MAC Strip Down or something. I have Too Faced Lady Balls liquid lipstick and a little bit of Millie topped on top, which was Ofra and Samantha March. So that's enough rambling. If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Kelly and I love all things makeup and beauty. I love talking, I love makeup, I love talking about makeup. So if you like to chat about makeup too, I would love to have you subscribe and be part of the K Bella fam, but let's get into the looks. Okay, now one would think in a palette this large that there would be a shade to set my eyeshadow primer, and there was not. So I did go in with my Fenty Pro Filter Hydrating Eye Primer, and then I went in with my Modern Renaissance and I used that Tempera shade just to set. And the reason why I do that, if you're new here, I like to do that because I have small hooded eyes, so I find when I don't set my eyeshadow primer, I'm in for a world of trouble. Now I'm super excited to play with this palette, kind of have an idea of what I want to do, but not fully. So I think we're going to take this shade right here, and I'm going to just go in with a fluffy, what is this, Sigma E40? And put that all over as a transition. Not trying to be real neat. I really enjoy the Natasha Denona eyeshadow formula, so I have high hopes, high expectations for this palette. Okay, so then I'm going to go in with my BK202, and I'm going to take this green shade right here. I wonder if this is one of her, I'm not familiar with these formulas. I wonder if it's one of her like cream to matte. Is that what they call it, or cream to powder? It actually looks like a really nice green shade. I'm getting some good pigmentation. If you do have small hooded eyes, a brush like this comes in very handy because I can get right in the crease. And I can concentrate this more like where the shadow of my eye is. This has no additional product, just kind of want to blend out those edges. This is the brush that we used for that first shade, So there may be some like residual, but I really like a smoky look. So then there's this shade, which almost looks like a green blue. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that. Oh good, it is more green. I was hoping it was more green than blue, and it is. I'm looking for more of a green look, but I really just need something to smoke out this outer corner. I could have gone in with a brown as well if you were trying to recreate this. You could have gone in with like a rich brown, but I wanted to try something different. No extra product, just making sure everything is blending. Okay, so then my plan is to go in with this green shade all over the lid, but I might take a little bit of that and like tap it in the middle. I'm gonna use my favorite brush for the lid shade, which is my BK203, and I am going to spray my brush with some Fix Plus, just because I feel like that'll help with the fallout, although, let me look up close. I don't see any fallout. Okay, so I'm pretty sure there's a sticker on this mirror because it's really fuzzy, but I like can't get it up. Okay, yes, there we go. It was like really stuck on there. Okay, yeah, I don't see any fallout, so that's good. But by spraying my brush, that'll help to make sure we don't get any fallout. So we are just going, ooh, y'all, that is a pretty shade. We're just gonna put that all over the lid. Oh, that's so pretty. I love a green like that. It's like a nice, ooh, a nice olive toned green. Beautiful. One thing I'm finding, I'm just blending by the way with no product, but one thing I'm finding is that these shadows are so pigmented. Like I find myself going in with more than I actually need. I guess I'm just like used to picking up more product, but these are super pigmented and blendable. Yeah, let me just tell you, a little bit goes a long way. You do not need to like dig into these shadows. They're super rich and pigmented. Before I go in with that topper shade, I do just want to take a touch of this light brown, like literally a touch, and just kind of go over the edges because in my blending, some of that brown has disappeared and I do want it to peek through. I want this to be a mostly green look with a hint of brown. I actually think I'm just gonna take my finger and go into this like very, it almost looks duochromy, like a green but yellow. I don't even know if you can see that. Looks a little bit duochromy. Ooh, that's pretty. And just kind of pop it right there in the middle. Hopefully it's picking up on camera. It's just a subtle difference. Like it makes it a little bit brighter and more rich. Whereas this would be more of like a deeper, grungier look. And then this one just adds like a little hint of something extra. This shade looks like it would be fun to put over a lot of these different shades. It does look like a duochrome. If you're familiar with this palette, let me know if that shade is a duochrome. Let me look at the name. Okay, the name is Orium. Oh yeah, it says DC, so I'm guessing that's duochrome. Yeah, super cool shade. Okay, so to go in for the lower lash line, I'm just gonna take a pencil brush and that brown shade, and I'm just gonna run that right along my lower lash line. And then we are gonna go in with that matte green and my BK204, and just right on the outer part, I wanna add a little hint of green. I don't want it to be too green, but I do wanna deepen up that outer corner just a hint. It also would be good, I think, if you did that first shimmer shade, not the duochrome, but that like metallic shade. That would look nice in the outer corner as well. It was sunny outside and now I feel like the sun's like coming and going. Okay, so I'm gonna take this shade right here. It looks like the only shade that would be light enough for an inner corner for me, but that's totally fine because you only need one inner corner shade, you know? Pop that on, and then we will hop off, finish the mascara, pick a lip, and I'll be back to show you the finished look. So this is the finished look here. For mascara, I do have the Bite Beauty mascara and the Benefit Roller Lash. For lips, I did go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude, and then the Patrick Ta Silky, what is this called? Silky Lip Cream in the shade She's Unapologetic. And I lined with liner first, topped it with this, tried to pat it out with my finger, and then go in with a little bit of liner in the outer corner. So that gives us this look here. Let's move on to another look. Okay, so I think I want to go like the blue route today and quite possibly try and do a halo eye with these two shades. That's what I'm thinking. We will see how it turns out. I primed and set the way I will be doing every time with my Fenty and Tempera from ABH. I'm just thinking of what type of brush I want to go in with. I think I'm going to take my Sigma Tapered E35 blending brush and this lightest shade right here. And I'm going to press that into the crease of my eye first and then blend it out. My plan is to have this to be the only crease shade and have the depth be on like the inner and outer corners with the blue. Okay, I am gonna go in with a fluffier brush. This is the E40 Tapered Blending by Sigma, and just get like a touch more, and just kind of, I like a really smoky look. Like I don't wanna know where my lines end and where they begin. So we're just gonna smoke this out a bit more. Okay, so then I'm gonna go in with my Rephr number 2, and we're gonna go into that blue shade. Sorry, I feel like I have a hair. And I am going to spray my brush. And I wanna kind of keep this, there's the product. I wanna kind of keep this like on the outer and inner part. That's hard to do because I do have really small eyes, but that's the plan. So just, ooh, wow, that's pigmented. Oh, that's pigmented. So what I might do, because this is so big, is keep this for the outer part of my eye. I'm gonna need something smaller. I don't even know if I have anything smaller. I honestly, this is gonna sound ridiculous, might have to go in with my Rephr number 3 just to try and get in that inner corner. Okay, so I am able to like wiggle my brush in here a bit. We're just not gonna have a ton of clean space left. That's okay. So then back in with the blending brush, but no like extra product. I just want like a smooth transition. And right now it's looking a little harsh in the crease. So I just want to like blend that out a bit. Okay, so then you know what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go in with that Rephr number 3. And there are 2 deep shades. I actually don't know what they look like. I just lightly swatched them, like very lightly. They look super similar, but I think this one by the blue is maybe more blue and that one might have a touch more green. I just want to put it right like, I don't know if I'm going to do it in the inner corner, but I'm going to put it right in the outer corner and try and deepen that up a bit. And I'll probably keep this part just like on the outer part of my eye instead of the inner because my eyes are smaller. And by putting more like deep tones on the inner corner, it'll make it look even smaller than it is. You know, I've heard mixed thoughts on these cream to powders, but I think I kind of like them. I feel like people either love them or hate them. I'm kind of into them. Okay, I'm gonna take a touch of the tan and just kind of some of my blending got away from me here. Try and even it all out a bit. I have to say, I don't think this is gonna be the favorite look that I've created. Before I go in with that lid shade, I am gonna take my Sigma pencil brush and just go, well actually maybe I'll go in with this one. It's a little bit deeper, more mustard, and just kind of put that on the lower lash line. Okay, so then I'm gonna take the back of the Rephr brush, the clean side, and go in with, this is what I've been using for the inner corner, but I am going to use that and put it just like on the center. This might be too big. Now we're gonna do it anyway. Let's see, let's see. Matter of fact, let me take my pinky first and go into that. Let me see what my pinky can do. And maybe I'll use the clean side to blend it out, but the pinky to put it on there. I can even use the blue side to blend it out. This will take a little bit of back and forth to get it how I want it. Okay, then I actually think I am gonna go back into, well, let me just see what this looks like without dipping in again. Is there anything left over? A little bit. Is it looking a little muddy? Perhaps. Let me try dipping into the shimmer. Y'all, this is gonna be an experiment, okay? And we're just gonna keep this, probably doesn't look the best with the brown. This might have been a mistake because it looks more green, but whatever. We're committed at this point. Okay, and then that same shade that was in the middle of my eye, and pop it on the inner corner. Brighten up these eyes. And then we are going to do mascara and a lip, and I'll show you the finished look. Okay, so this right here is the finished look. Again, I don't think it's my favorite, but I did want to play with that blue shade, and the blue shade looks super pretty. I bet it would be pretty all over the eye. This would be like a nice winter holiday look. I did take my ColourPop Cool BFF Lippy Pencil and my Kylie Cosmetics Malibu. You could even top it, and I might do this a little bit later, you could even top it with Cinnamon Roll by NYX. That's another cool toned option, but that is going to wrap up this look. I don't know how many more we're gonna create, but I know we're gonna do at least one more, so let's jump into it. Okay, we are primed and set. I've done a green look, and I've done a blue look. So I think I wanna do something gold today. Not really 100% sure, but I'm feeling some sort of gold. So that's what we're gonna go with. Probably will be using some of these same mattes because there's not a whole lot of mattes in here. It's mostly like shimmers and satins, excuse me. So I think I'm gonna go into this shade right here just because I feel like it's the lightest of the mattes and a great transition shade. So then I think what we'll do, I don't think I've used this shade right here. It's a little bit more like on the warmer red end. And I'm gonna go in with my BK202. Now let me see if this is a cream to powder. I have the sheet, and this one is nope, just a matte. Oh no, CP, cream to powder. Anyway, I don't mind the cream to powder formula. I've heard like mixed feelings on it, but I've had a really good experience with it. So we will use this in the crease. Okay, so then what I want to do, I have not used this shade yet right here. I'm actually not sure what type of shade it's going to be, but we're going to go in with it. Yeah, it's like a nice brown. Feels like another cream to matte formula. And I'm just going to take some time to put this in the outer V. This is typically the style I like to do with my makeup, is transition, crease, something in the outer V and then a lid shade. I'm typically a 4 eyeshadow and then inner corner pop kind of gal. How many eyeshadows do you typically use with any given look? Do you like alternate? Do you have like a style that you follow? Like, this is my style. This is typically how I do my makeup. And I feel like once you get to know your eye shape, like this just kind of works for my eye shape because my eyes are small and hooded. And so this kind of gives them a little bit more depth and dimension. So for me, it's typically these 4 and then an inner corner pop. Okay, so this is where I don't know what golds. I don't know if we should do this one, this one, this one, or this one. I'm leaning toward this one. So we'll do a little swatcheroo, okay? And then let's swatch this one. That one's very gold, okay? Oh, okay, let's do this one up here. Very like orangey copper. Okay, let's try this one right here. More on the orangey copper. Let's swatch these and see. This was the first, the second, the third, and the fourth. So none of them really look to be pretty like yellow gold. They're all kind of in the orange family. But I think we're gonna go in with the first one. I'm gonna wipe this off and we'll go in with the first one. Okay, so I'm gonna take my handy dandy 203 and go in with this one right here and spray it with some Fix Plus. It does feel a little chunky, so we'll see how it applies. Let's use my Natasha mirror. I feel like this was probably the best choice. The most like typical standard gold. The other ones were all pulling pretty warm. I still feel like this pulls pretty warm too though. None of them feel like a true like champagne gold, which is fine. But yeah, they all pull pretty warm. So then I'm going to take my pencil brush and go into that same transition shade and just put that right underneath the lower lash line. Now I don't really want to go back into that shade. I feel like it almost had a little bit of a green hue. So I think I'm going to go into this one down here and my BK 204 and just kind of press it in the outer part of my eye to kind of make that V curve into like a little C, you know, and give my eyes some more depth. And this shade right here for the inner corner, that one is the best inner corner pop for me personally. I'll add some mascara and a lip and I'll be right back to show you the finished look. Okay, I did zoom out just a touch. Here is the finished look here. On my lips is one of my favorite nude combinations. It is the Juvia's Place So Rare Lip Liner mixed with my Tarte Beach Babe lipstick. The lip liner is a little bit deeper and this lipstick is pretty nude, pretty light. And so I feel like when paired together, it just looks really nice. And my lips were super chapped. I ran out of my lip mask, so until I get another one, I needed a nice creamy lipstick. But I'm pretty sure, I've been working on this video for a while now, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to have 2 more looks after this one. We've done a green, a blue, we've done this gold look here, and then I think we are going to do perhaps something on the red side, another neutral. We'll have to see, maybe a smoky eye, but I'm planning. My thought process was to create 5 looks and then upload this on Christmas, and you can have some holiday look ideas. But let's go ahead and jump into the next one. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. Like I said, I know this is not a new palette. I know it's been around for a while, but there are so many things that you can do with this palette. I'm so happy that I got my hands on it, and I just thought that I would share a few looks with you. So thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I am hoping to be back to my regular schedule. I'm hoping to get some pre-filming done. Like I said, I am a teacher, so I'm on Christmas break. I have a couple weeks off. We're gonna try and do some pre be filming, and my plan moving forward is to upload on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So fingers crossed, hopefully we can make that happen. But I hope you all had a happy holidays, whatever holiday you celebrate, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.